The Ragazze Quartet proudly presents the cycle of Bartók's 6 string quartets recorded at Channel Classics. You hear a chunk of the third movement of the 6th quartet, the Burletta. There are many fabulous composers that we could have chosen, and we decided to choose Bartók. And why is that exactly? There is something very attractive in his sound world. So there is a primal energy on the one hand. There's something that drives the music. You feel something very natural and very close to the core of what it is to want to live and to want to express yourself. Something very rich. And on the other hand, there is mysticism in the atmosphere and filmic in a way. I think what you often find with composers is somehow the string quartet is a medium that it is easy to put to sort of summarize everything as a composer that you've wanted to do and say. So when you hear his other works, his piano works or his orchestral works, his opera, there are many things in there, and you would say, how can you put all of these things in a string quartet because it's only 4 players? But somehow he does. And somehow there are so many different colors, so many voices, so many stories that he tells in the string quartets, and it's truly fascinating. It's a never-ending world. You feel his lifeline. So you feel that in the last quartet he goes back to, I've seen so many things, I've tried so many things, and I am sad at the end of it. But still, the first, the second, and the third movement, apart from this slow mesto at the beginning of it, you have such fun, such this same primal energy. It's a burletta, it's a march, and it's a vivace, which you would say is a tempo for a last movement, but it's the first movement. So he realizes, I'm getting too heavy, and I want to keep some of my former energy. The burletta is the third movement of the 6th quartet. In every other quartet, the only marking that is above every movement is a tempo indication. So it's allegro or lento or adagio. And for the last quartet, he goes back to giving it titles which are very unlike him because they are in a way reminiscent of the old Europe. Maybe the first doesn't have a title, but the second and the third movement are called marcia and burletta, which is in a way strange because a burletta is something very European. Well, it's not strange because he's nostalgic of Europe. And the burletta it's a very cheeky dance. But then, of course, Bartók gives it his own weird twist, which he does with everything. After the sad mesto theme, he sort of he wants to give the audience or the listener a slightly ironic, sarcastic, good feeling, but with a wink. Sort of, it's not really all right, but I'm going to give you the illusion that we're having fun here. Also, he is one of the very few composers after Beethoven, and of course also Shostakovich, who wrote more than a few string quartets, because many composers, they put so much effort in that one string quartet, and there was nothing more than that they could say. Like Debussy and Ravel, they only wrote one, and you think, such a shame, but maybe they didn't have more to say. And Bartók, with every string quartet, you immediately realize it's Bartók. He has something very specific to say in each quartet, which is fabulous. We hope you'll enjoy our new album. You can get it wherever music is sold.